Welcome to Degentalk 5, UFC Fight Night London. I'm here with BTC Vix. How's it going?
Hey man, how's it going?
Pretty
Just
good, pretty good. Getting ready. Actually, we're watching Bellator as we're making this video on the side, but we wanted to make this before the event tomorrow. And this time it's in London, so it's better for my time zone. So that's
yeah,
pretty cool.
worse for mine, but better
Yeah.
for yours.
Yeah, and I was actually looking, I'm going to have to, make a point of because what happened before in the past, I'll do a card in London and then I'll come home at 8 o'clock and I'll be like, oh no, I missed the prelims. So I have to make a point of actually being at home because I'm used to it being really late. Okay, anyway, so how'd you do last time? The last UFC card, you had some pretty interesting so-called prop stacks and some crazy parlays, right?
Yeah, I got absolutely destroyed. So, part of being a D-Gen gambler is you end up on the run side of the tracks, and was kind of playing around with some things and took my beating in stride. Thankfully, I've recovered a good chunk of that through betting NBA this week. It's been pretty good. So now I'm
Nice.
back for another round of punishment with some D-Gen prop stacks for tomorrow.
Right on, right on. Yeah, well, I ended up doing, pretty much flat last week. The main thing that messed me up was there was a women's fight where I went to the judges and she didn't get the win. And of course, it's a controversial decision, but that's just how it goes. And yeah, I had some good bets on single games on soccer this week. There was a lot of different games in Europe. All right, but anyway, back to UFC. Main event: Anderson Silva against Michael Bisping. Bisping is now the odds are 3.30 for Bisping and 1.37 for Sylvia. Under the 2.5 rounds, 5 round fight, under 2.5 rounds is 2.35 right now, and over only 1.64. Do you have a straight up pick for this fix, or are you just going with props only?
I might decide to bet once it gets closer
Mhm.
towards the main event, which means we've gone through everything else. But right now, I don't really have anything jumping out at me that makes me want to take that fight.
Okay, great. Well, I went with the under 2.5, and that is definitely a risk. And some people will say, yeah, Bisping is a point fighter, and Sylvia will stay on the outside. But I think these two older guys are gonna, make a mistake between the 2.5 rounds. So that's what I'm betting on, and I like the odds there. It pays pretty well. So 2.5 rounds for Sylvia to knock out or submit Bisping, or Bisping I think has a chance at a knockout too. The main thing I'm worried is that he just wrestles and it takes forever, and then kind
It
of
is a 5 round fight.
it is a 5 round fight. So, but we'll get back to that. There's also some other interesting props on that one. Okay, so tell us about some of your prop bets that you've got.
All right, well, I'm implementing a similar strategy as last week with my KO submission D-Gen prop stacks. Basically, just to reiterate, I'm looking for a cover to a 1-2 to 1-4, uh, with basically favorite winning by what their favored style is. So whether they be more of a jiu-jitsu ground submission expert, or if they're a striker KO person. Um, then when we do get the dogs that come in and win, we're looking for a payout of 3-0 and better, and on the overall stack, I should mention. So we'll just take a pick here. This isn't my favorite pick. We'll go over that later. But we have Allen being the favorite against Meza. And, if we look at the outlay of what we're risking, it's roughly, $40 here on that side. What are we getting for a cover if he wins? So we got 55. We got 78 there. So That's what I'm looking at, basically covering for winner by the favorite by either his favorite technique. He's pretty balanced, so that's why he's getting better odds with the submission.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can look at the dog by their two, whether they're favored in one or the other, and the payouts there. So
Right. So basically, you're betting on that one not going the distance, and as long as one of these scenarios works out, you've hedged it out so that you're in profit on that fight.
yeah, it hasn't worked out very well for me lately. So the best thing you can probably do with me right now is fade my calls. That should have netted you pretty. It should have done pretty good
Yeah.
for you
Well,
last week.
I do like how you did find you do are finding some picks that could offer more value if you're already going to pick a favorite to win and you are favoring him to win in the distance. Well, you could just go ahead and throw down on the via KO or via submission. I definitely see that, but that is a risky game you're playing with the hedging like that. Because these things do go the distance. But let's see. Maybe this card will be your big card, and it will make up for last time.
Well, I should add that I threw in this backdoor parlay. I'm gonna try and stick to hitting the starts third round as far as what I'm adding to this parlay. And five dimes allows you to do this basically as they come if you're in a certain jurisdiction. Otherwise, you have to
Right.
put the whole parlay together before. So that's what I'm planning on doing
Right.
here. This is just my
So
starter.
you're gonna add that. You're gonna be watching the fights, and when one messes up, you're gonna add something else to that parlay as your backdoor parlay,
Yeah.
basically.
So as you can see, the park Kabalov
Yeah.
fight. That's the first fight on the card. So I'll start with that one. If this one fails, I'm gonna have to probably make another backdoor parlay.
Hmm.
So, but the good thing is this parlay failing, hopefully represents a very good value proposition as far as I'm already ahead for the night, and that's a good feeling when you get some early wins and you're playing with house money into the later fights. Hopefully you don't give it all back,
Well,
but
yeah. Well, you might.
take
Yeah,
some risk.
you're risking. Yeah, you're risking a little over betting there, but okay. I hear you. That is a just don't get into revenge parlaying, which I think is a new term that we need to create, which happens sometimes when the card has already started and you have a, four or five fight parlay, and then one of it gets messed up by an early fight, and then you just, make a new one, and that one gets messed up too.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty dangerous. And usually
Yeah.
you put too much money on it because you're emotional and you're getting upset that your first one blew out.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, so I'm gonna go over to one of my YOLO DGen kind of picks for this time. And even though I did take the under 2.5, I'm gonna also take, believe it or not, Bispin by split decision at a 8.9 and put a little bit on that. And that's gonna hedge out my under 2.5 because I think that if this does go the distance, I could actually see Bispin, scraping together a split decision, definitely, and that pays pretty well. And if you like Sylvia, then you might go to one of these here I have here, one of these props. They pay pretty well, and if you think they're not gonna, you're more thinking that it's gonna go the distance, then you're gonna get a good value on here. And you could even lay on both of them depending on your other bets and hedge out. So that's a pretty good prop there for the main event.
I've concluded that once you go down the rabbit hole of prop betting, there's like no way to get out, and you'll just sit there for sometimes hours trying to construct something. I think that's half the fun and half the consumed a whole bunch of time and lost money is the not fun part.
Right, definitely. Okay, well, I'll show you another that is a prop bet, but I guess it's not as YOLO or not as degen as some of the others because it's just a single one. And here we've got another really good fight, Lettuce against Musasi, and I think that uh, there is a good chance that this will go the distance, and the book agrees. However, I do see Lettuce having a chance here. You could take him straight up and get nearly the same odds at over three. But here we got a scorecards no action, and I think I'm seeing that if Lettuce is going to win, he's going to need to do it in the distance. He's going to need to finish the fight sub or TKO. And Musasi, he's strong in all areas, and I see him, just being really tough and getting the decision. But here, of course, if it goes to scorecards, then you get the push. So I like that here. I like Lettuce with scorecards no action at 3.08. That's a nice one there. You got another one to show us, Vix? To explain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna go over basically kind of my pick of the day, pick of the fight,
Give
or
us the
sorry,
pick of the fight, yeah, of the
pick of
card.
the fight card. Yes.
Uh-huh.
It was actually this first match between Park and Kabalov. Or
Mm-hmm. Yep.
basically, they're pretty Park with the slight dog, but it seems like they're pretty evenly matched, and you're getting some great payouts here. The book is thinking this one's going the distance, it looks like. So that's why you're getting a lot of juice in here. But I guess we'll see how that plays out um, in real time tomorrow.
Definitely. Yeah. So I'm also gonna do that's the other one where I like Park scorecards no bet. Let me see if I can bring that up. And there you get paid pretty well, 4.14 if he is able to end it in the distance, and you get the push if it goes to the card. So I'll take that. That's pretty good there, and that's I definitely like those chances. Yeah, it definitely could go the distance, but I think what's going to happen is these guys are going to cancel each other out in the takedown game. So it's just going to be standing, and there I see Park having a chance. Um, I think it's pretty evenly matched on the feet, and he does have a chance to knock him out. So I'll take that at 4.14.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. So okay, any final crazy parlays? You showed us the back door. You're going to do you have a parlay open. You're ready for the back door. You got any other crazy ones?
Um, I might try and put something together again with the cards no bets, but I'm only gonna do one parlay this time. I got a little crazy a while back and um, basically ate shit on it. So I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative with my bets in UFC after getting smacked around last week.
Okay, I can definitely understand that. All right, well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Check us out in the Telegram group where we're doing live chat 24/7, all kinds of sports, people from all over the world, and we will definitely be in there tomorrow during the event, and you can talk to us. Talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.